On a warm evening, as the sun sank low in the sky, Grandpa Badger and young Orlando sat back in their rocking chairs on the porch, overlooking a beautiful garden bathed in a golden glow. Orlando's inquisitive blue eyes followed the fluttering flight of a rare butterfly, momentarily distracted from the tablet in his hands. "You know, Orlando," Grandpa Badger began, "that butterfly reminds me of when I was about your age." Orlando looked up, interest piqued. "Really, Grandpa? Was it different back then?" Grandpa Badger chuckled. "Oh, vastly different. Life was slower, simpler, and in many ways more beautiful. Nature was all around us, and the world hadn't quite been taken over by civilization and technology." Orlando frowned, attempting to visualize the world Grandpa was describing. "Tell me more." Taking a deep breath, Grandpa painted the world he grew up in for Orlando. To start with, we didn't have the mountains of plastic products and waste that you see today. Most items were made of natural materials like wood, glass, or metal. Life was more sustainable. We returned glass bottles to be cleaned and reused, and our grocery bags were made of cloth. Orlando, having seen images of oceans filled with plastic, remarked, "That sounds much better for the environment." Grandpa nodded. "Yes, our air was much cleaner, our forests much bigger. Cities had fewer skyscrapers and there were more sanctuaries for nature. And in our homes, we didn't have all those processed foods in mountains of packaging. We had chickens for our eggs and grew our own fruits and vegetables." "Like our small garden?" Orlando asked. "Exactly," Grandpa smiled. "Families spent more time outdoors in nature, and we tended to our gardens and fruit trees. We ate seasonally, knowing when each fruit or vegetable was ripe. Everything was sourced locally, and nothing was genetically modified or sprayed with countless chemicals." Orlando's mind was racing. "I've read about how our food is now filled with preservatives and artificial ingredients." "Yes, eating natural and unprocessed foods is one of the greatest gifts you can give your body," Grandpa said with conviction. He continued, "We also had fewer cars on the road and smaller industries, so pollution wasn't such a problem. The rivers sparkled, the oceans were full of fish. Birds sang melodies from every tree branch, and the skies, oh, the skies were a deep shade of blue." Shaking his head in disbelief, Orlando said, "It's sad that I won't get to see that world, Grandpa. It sounds beautiful." "Indeed," Grandpa sighed. "Everything now is about convenience. Our society has evolved and technology has made our lives more comfortable, but it has come at the expense of our health and the planet's. People have stopped valuing the beauty of the simple things in life. Now it's all about the newest gadget, the fastest car, the biggest home." Orlando thought for a moment. "But aren't those advancements good?" "In moderation, yes," replied Grandpa. "But over the years, as conveniences increased, we stopped thinking about sustainability. We've become more wasteful, disregarding the environment and the lives of future generations." Putting his tablet on the table beside him, Orlando pondered, "I've learned about climate change in school. Man has caused the Earth's temperature to rise rapidly, and there are so many natural disasters now." Grandpa nodded gravely. "Yes. Unfortunately, population growth, overuse of resources, unsustainable living, and a world too reliant on fossil fuels has accelerated these changes. When I was young, the idea of melting polar ice caps, the extinction of majestic animals, and frequent forest fires was almost unheard of." Orlando looked worried. "So what can my generation do, Grandpa?" Grandpa Badger leaned forward, looking earnestly into Orlando's eyes. "Your generation has a mammoth task ahead. You need to learn from the mistakes of the past. It's not just about reducing waste or planting trees. These things help, but it's about changing lifestyles, values, and priorities. We must protect the natural world and understand that without a healthy planet, we all suffer. It's important everyone gives back to the earth because it has given so much to us. Your generation has the knowledge and power to create a brighter future. Orlando bit his lip. It sounds challenging. Grandpa patted his knee. It is, my boy. But remember, every small act counts. Live simply, support sustainable living, reduce your impact on this beautiful planet, and most importantly, educate others. We didn't realize the consequences of our actions at the time, and when we did, we were far too slow to act. Now we have no choice, and we must make amends. Orlando straightened up, with determination in his eyes. I'll try, Grandpa. I want the world to be a better place and to see the world in its former glory. Grandpa Badger smiled. That's all I can ask for. As the sun set, the sky transformed into a canvas of fiery oranges and purples, painting the clouds with breathtaking hues. Orlando stood in awe of this special moment with his grandpa, his heart swelling with a renewed sense of purpose and a deeper appreciation for the natural world. The stories of the past had shown him a path for the future, a path that would require effort, dedication, and sacrifice by all, but one that held the promise of a better tomorrow. He imagined a world where humanity lived in harmony with nature, where the land and animals were cherished and the air was clean. He imagined a world where future generations could experience the same sense of wonder and awe that he felt in that moment, and a world restored to its former glory. If you believe in creating a cleaner, greener, and more sustainable future, then you can help by liking and sharing this video. Remember to be the change you want to see in the world. Small changes can make a world of difference. Subscribe to EcoPlanet Stories for more inspirational tales and to see our next video.